Hi, welcome to Jade Kind Gaming. My name is Adam. I'm here with Austin as Erich, Nick as Jimmy, Bob as Kalidan
with K.
Yeah, and Ryan. He begins with an H, but I don't know your name. Henwick. Ryan is Henwick. I'm doing all right for session 4. Dungeons and Dragons, 5th edition. You're in this Underland. Last time you got to the Drow City. You had explored your way around a little bit. Gotten a couple jobs that led you out east. And thus far, more or less completed, other than returning with your... Literally, all of your bags are now full of bug corpses. Because you did not bring any sort of cart or carriage method other than that.
The idea that I had is that we would be able to use the exoskeletons of the insects in order to make a mesh by linking their rigor mortis corpses together and then drag them like a net.
So all our bags are full.
And
no, you spend like 20 minutes before we go to sleep trying to work that out.
MacGyver the insect corpses together to form a net.
Just come walking into town wearing corpse armor.
My chitinous armor, come and attack me.
But you did spend the night, lock yourself into the mine where you defeated the insects. And it's more or less, it's a very small mine. It sort of seems like there was something in the area that they'd sort of been hollowing out and mining out of the walls.
So it's a minor mine.
Just a small one.
So it's a minor mine.
Can't drink yet. Saying
It's
yes
a minor mine, Bob!
Saying yes is the fastest way to move
Yeah, I figured it out. I went through all my options, and yes, it's a minor mine, and that's where you slept.
Can its name officially be the Minor Mine, made by the Minor Mine Co.?
Nope. But, anyway, so...
Oh yeah, sleep. I get... Don't take that cadence, please. The stilted cadence is creepy.
As long as he's not doing
I think it's
weird
supposed
British.
to be. They're weird prophetic dreams, man.
Oh, okay.
But you...
There it is.
do not even really recognize yourself as being with where you see. You're more or less seeing in disembodied room, but it's familiar. It's the shop you're in.
Man, these dreams really want me to go to that shop.
Though it seems less empty, less things sitting about the middle. The counter is gone. No shopkeep there. You're really only seeing that back wall. The wall. All the jaws. And as you see the jaws, you recognize in one that dove body floating in some sort of liquid. Sort of preserved. Scanning, you find the raven as well, recognizing the bladed wings. And you pause, and you feel very empty for a time before the darkness overtakes the room and you are gone. You wake up, bit, thinking you're not the most comfortable place to sleep.
Oh, good. We don't have to burn down the Minor Mine to Minor Mine Co.
But you had a uneventful night, so nothing disrupted you. And just as you are all people that play D&D, just so you realize, at no point have you set any watches in any of your rests.
Oh, no.
I just want to... Okay, just making sure, you're not thinking that you have...
Last time we had a watch, that we got attacked by Minotaur. Safer not to have one.
Yeah.
Especially here in the safety of the Minor Mine.
Yeah, this
Minor
was...
Mine Co.
This...
Making Minor Mines major. Minor Mines is a major business.
This was a relatively safe place to make that decision. That is true.
No, until something bad happens, I don't see any of us actually realizing it.
Yeah, I don't...
Austin
none
should
of
be
you...
the one! He's the most You know, adventurer of us.
Literally, he has had jobs where that has been his job.
Yeah, but you never actually take watch when you're on watch. You drink, you tell a story, you dip off to the nearby brothel.
You hide in rocks.
It was really tragic the one time he came back and everyone else died.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I didn't see nothing.
They went off to have another adventure.
I had leave. No one there to say differently.
So head back and drop off all these corpses.
Yep. We're not going to be carrying them around if we can help it.
Yeah. Do you argue against that?
No. Okay. I want to make sure the minor mine for the minor mine code can open up as quickly as possible because minor mining is a major business.
But this place is all rusted out.
Yeah.
Which means that they have a lot of work. It will be a major cleanup in this minor mine for minor mine co.
Hey man, a little rust, a lot of stuff, boom, flash powder.
You.
What is it, like rust and magnesium
No,
equals thermite?
This was an iron mine.
And aluminum shavings.
Aluminum. So, we head off back.
Yeah, you make your way back to the
Wall.
solemn wall,
with
the little gate.
sized door.
Yeah. And
Knock, knock. We haven't corpse dragged anything here except these corpses.
We found things, oh.
they do. They take a moment. They just sort of
Reach the gate, play victory noise.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
But they will unblock the gate and they will allow you back in. You make your way through the sort of long tunnel that leads back onto the main.
If I remember correctly, we're going back to the Publix building. Yeah, City Hall thing. And just dumping off corpses of insects.
Technically, yeah.
That is what we were told to do. They're behind
Now,
the gate
how
and
you-
start throwing in blue bars.
Because the hook tour, we've got an actual guy who gave us this. This
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
a
And he
contract
wanted
for
what, the
city.
hook or the head?
He wanted the head of the creature
What a trophy.
for his wounded leg.
But you, you make your way back to the public building, and by the time you get in there, it seems that more or less business for the day has started, and things are progressing.
Go to counter lady?
Do you return to the guy that you
Yeah.
gotten the job from originally?
Yes.
Oh, good morning.
Alright. We cleared
Oh.
out that mine.
Yeah.
We fulfilled the bounty.
One moment. And, he sort of...
Better not be
Scribbles.
tripping us. We'll have to burn down the minor mine co business.
You can't talk. I'm glad for that. Scribbles a note, sort of folds it, and sort of puts up a hand, and sort of, as someone passes,
Mailboy grabs it.
basically, hands it off. It may be a few minutes. If you want to take a seat.
Door there.
Sure.
Set our bags on the floor.
But yeah. And about 15 minutes later, said more or less mailboy, does return, was sort of overlooking it. Yes. We can go around to count those.
Okay.
Sort of pointing at the door as...
And I'm like, oh, are you the one that's going to count them?
well, I'll be, overseeing that.
What do you mean?
He's keeping the tallies?
Yes,
Will you be doing the counting?
oh, yes.
You're worried he doesn't know how.
Well, no, I'm just asking.
I use the word boys. He's probably 20. Of human at 20, and he's
Whatever
youthful, but he's...
Well, we've
Yeah.
got the corpses, and the job was for 500. Yeah.
Up to 500 corpses.
I was told to count them. I think it's based on what you had.
Oh, okay. Did you want to count them, or did you want to give us 500?
Well, we were going to count them.
Oh, okay. So you want to count them? Okay.
I'm confused too. I'm just... What?
We need to go around back because I was told the corpses of large bugs, and they don't want those spilt out in here, so...
Oh, okay.
I was...
We'll go around.
and
Just
basically,
walk up to the guy's desk, start dumping
it was,
corpses on his desk.
four Which you could have just walked up and done. I wasn't sure what you guys were going to do. Yeah, for lack of a better description. Basically, you go into an alley of garbage, and he will just basically make tallies as you pull them out one by one. And at a point, he pauses once he realizes there's two different types, but looks between them and just sort of keeps going.
Some of these
So
are...
wait, this kid's tallying?
Yes.
How closely is he watching?
That's what I'm saying.
You are putting them into a separate dumpster, like literally it is as each one is dropped in.
See, some of these bugs
Well,
are
what's
tapped
your
up.
side
I think
thing?
that one
Mine's
bug is
5
actually 2
or
bugs
4.
if
Oh,
you
it's
catch
garbage.
me.
Oh.
It's garbage.
Yeah, you are allowed to do this. This is... You are in an alley with a kid.
Just mug him!
It's alley what you have.
I was
They're not
thinking
going to give
slide.
him the cash. We're just going to inflate our numbers.
I distract him. I keep his eyes on it, but every now and then, if I get him off topic, like he forgets where he is, I'm like, that was 2. And then I go back to my story and I talk about how many we've killed and how great a battle it was.
While he's talking sleight of hand, to,
Just see if we can pad that number a couple of times.
do some shifting of bugs. This is a bug. This is also a bug.
I got a 25 on performance.
Okay.
It's a great story. There might have been less of us and way more bugs. Some of them might have been.
Let's see if he messes it up.
14 on the sleight of hand.
14? Mm-hmm. You don't manage to pull any, but you manage not to mess up the one, instead of his messing up numbers by making him realize that you're actually pulling more out of the gun. And roll a d6.
5.
5. You get an extra 5.
It's like less than a foot away from
Drop the dice, Ryan. Not.
Well, there we go.
Throw
5
it, Bob.
extra bodies. Out of nowhere.
Hey, that's 30 gold, man.
That's what they get for sending a kid. Not being some expert bug corpse appraiser.
Yes.
Sorry, the
Me and you get
expert
along.
bug course
Grifters.
Razor.
Whoa, I'm not a grifter. I'm a
So-
storyteller.
I am a grifter.
We got 204 from our
Yeah, that's
bug cup aids.
That's what my math says. But yeah, so basically, he'll then take the tallies and he sort of folds up and ties that, and he's like, and we can go back inside with this.
Alright.
Not the wiser. And yeah, and basically, he'll hand it back to the person who is like, who basically reviews it, talks a little bit, does it, hands it back to the kid. Another 15 minutes comes by before they do come up with literally 2 bags and fishing out of his pocket 4 gold.
What, they gave it to us in copper?
No, 104 is what
it's
saying.
it's bags of 100.
It's like
100 gold is a
I know, it's just...
but it is actually in gold. It is not in platinum. It is in gold.
Okay, well, what I saw when you did that was, like, 50-pound rice bags.
Oh no! It's no. Literally, he's
They're pouches.
yeah. They're
51, 51, 51.
That works out well.
The extra 4 gold.
yeah. You can kind of sit off in your seats and split it there. Or okay.
I have
Given what
You
we've done,
definitely notice it's a more or less secure building. It's the government building, but you definitely notice some people that do kind of
as we treat
just as you are splitting up.
as we treat this as a literal adventurers guild. Why are there booze here?
Can I see a Player's Handbook?
Okay.
I have an inquiry to make.
Inquire away.
How much something costs?
I think I might want to go buy a duffel bag before we go back out.
Just a bigger bag?
Yeah, just bigger bag for carrying corpses.
This is the bad book.
Yes.
It's the first one I hand out. To be fair, that's the okay book. I'd actually call this the bad book.
I would disagree.
That's way better. It's
Well, between the two, that's the one I usually use.
it's already
Can I
broken
get
up.
the front part half?
Oh, maybe. Try again.
After we get that counted out, I will do a quick scan of the job board again. see if they put anything new up since yesterday.
Nothing new since yesterday. Or at least not in the direction, there might be some new job or two.
Yeah.
But nothing new that's in the direction you were headed from the other ones you already got.
So yeah, then just stop and buy a bag, I guess. It's like I kind of wanted to check out that shop, but I still don't have that much money.
There are technically things in the shop you can now afford.
Yes, if we all pool.
There are things in the shop that you can afford without it.
Alright.
You could buy back a potion.
In the magic item shop?
Yeah. You know that potion that he got rid of for...
For the cost of like an identified plus money.
He gave you like 3 gold extra.
Yeah, that's pure profit, man. Identify is expensive.
Identifies, after it covers that first 100, all of its profit, and that was 50 gold. That was 47 to cast the spell once.
But what kind of stores do you... So you just moving around, you're trying to find a bag?
Mm-hmm.
You just go along the stalls looking for something there.
Yeah.
So you find a few people, with various bags, looking for something leather, sturdy, something a little cheaper.
Trying to see if there's a bigger one, but I think the biggest they have is backpack. There's no.
Well, in there, yeah.
Yeah. This is not everything that exists in the world, my friend.
Oh, okay.
The world
yeah.
has other things.
Yeah, I realize that, but usually we don't go with the world has other things.
Where's the best?
Yeah, duffel and some rope, like 100 feet of rope.
For rope, you ask around and you're able to easily.
I guess we'll go
Yeah,
on
rope.
shopping trip.
Just looking for basic, twist.
Something I can climb.
Couple gold for just some basic rope.
2 gold for 100.
For 100 feet, yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise,
That's the outside of my bag,
how big of a backpack are you really looking for?
like a duffel bag size.
Probably gonna be like. And are you looking for something that's like a sturdy leather kind of material? Or are you just looking for something made out of like a sewn cloth? How puncture resistant are you looking for this to
Yeah,
be?
more puncture resistant, waterproof would be nice, but not necessary. So definitely a higher quality leather.
Yeah, no, you talk back and forth. You find one of the guys at the stalls. Oh, you'd like some Argyle? I think I got something that we've treated here. It's a little bigger than I usually go.
Talk back and forth with him, and let's see what his offer is.
How about for 8 gold, and I'll upgrade 8 gold, and I'll as a trade-in for the bag that you got.
I'll keep my bag. I'll tell you what,
9.
8 for just 8 flat. I think would be reasonable.
I don't know. And, he sort of puts out the sort of bag. He's like, now I've actually gone through. We've used a variety of fungus to treat the interior of this, and he sort of fishes around for sort of
regular common.
Yeah, a lot of people in the city do.
There are enough surface folk down here that
Yeah.
it happens.
But yeah, the language has definitely caught on. A lot of people, it is a second language.
But shopkeepers, man.
But yeah, and yeah. And that's actually what you've been dealing with almost exclusively in anyone in the sort of legal side of things. Anyways, and you sort of pour out, from a bit of a sort of wash water around and sort of spit it out. And there's still a little in there. He's like, hey, go. Almost unproves his point.
No way.
Insight check, just checking the quality of the seams, all that. Because I've sold some fake goods in my time. A side would be nice, and not the corner. Okay, that's bad. Wisdom plus 2, 7.
I mean, as far as, without looking like you're trying to break his thing, it looks like it's, done well enough. Not enough, enough you can't see through the stitches where they're at, enough to...
That's very odd.
I'll take
I was
2.
looking for hardness. Like weapon hardness to see how hard my axe is. And I couldn't find that information.
It would be
in the book.
DMG and something they would possibly have taken out for simplicity.
They do like ruining things.
It might be DMG, I'm not sure, but I think it's DMG. So, and you're looking for your axe. Probably. Let's see. The actual head of the axe, like the metal part.
If I decide to use the spell catapult on it, how much damage will it actually take and how much will get absorbed by its hardness? Because if it has enough hardness, I don't have to worry about the damage. Because I was thinking it probably had like 10.
Are you thinking that it would have basically like a damage resistance?
Well, that's what hardness is.
Okay. That'd be damage threshold, and that's for big objects like castle walls.
Okay, well, it used to be for like weapons too.
Okay.
Because that's what Sundering worked, is you had to deal with the hardness of the weapon itself.
Now, this game more or less just tends to tell you you can't target. It often restricts you from targeting something someone's carrying. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have hardness. It would.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah,
So how many catapults could it take before breaking?
probably one.
Especially in this weekend condition.
I'm just saying, that's garbage.
Do we want to buy you a new weapon before?
You can do just as much damage with catapult if you
With a
just get
rock.
some rocks.
Yeah, but it's funnier to throw axes at things.
But not more
That's
damaging.
true.
It is fun.
I could just have a bunch of axes that I just drop. But then it wouldn't be... Yeah, because then it doesn't matter because I can't call it back to my hand because I have to drop the axe to cast the spell.
Yeah, it has to be your attuned weapon to do call back to your hand.
Yeah.
Not that you could ever get something that would work like that, but specifically, he has a sword
That is unbreakable.
that is unbreakable.
Okay, that doesn't help me.
Well, if you steal his sword, you know where he sleeps. Where'd my sword go? I don't know, but I got this wonderful one.
I think I have that ability too, by the way.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So in fact, I believe you do. Actually, I believe you have the ability to make it go into nothingness. Were you trying to buy anything?
No.
Okay. So just... You were the only one shopping? Anyone else?
Not me. I'm gonna go to a alchemist virtual shop.
I don't think I even have enough money to
Like,
replace my axe.
what are you looking for? Are you looking for, like, spell components?
Charcoal, incense, and herbs, and a brass razor.
Alright, then.
Brass brazier.
I heard the ingredients were familiar in there.
You know, that might have been what he said. Maybe not. Do you go to the corpse's cart, or do you try and find somewhere to, like, buy them ad hoc?
If that's the most appropriate, then I go there.
From the length of time you spent in there while he cast Identify, just looking around, you get the feeling he has spell components.
Okay.
Do you gather your friends, or you just sort of, like, while he's shopping, just sort of go...
Well, I'll go with Nick if he's out and about shopping with me.
Well, that's the point. Like, he went to shop, like, at the market stalls.
Oh, never
So
mind.
cheap.
Battle axes are cheap. I'll just go buy battle axe.
Well,
Okay.
I'll
So-
stick with Nick, I guess.
Okay.
So-
So basically, are you moving around shopping each as a group?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Okay.
I wander off alone.
All right. Well, then we'll cover you as they're doing that. You wander off, and yeah, you can almost hear from the where the smith would be just by the sounds of the hammer. Once once you're on that sort of level, you can hear the pang of the metal just sort of echoing throughout this cavernous city. Easy enough to find. When you get in there, there's almost a golden-skinned dwarf. Welcome.
Pull out my axe and point at it.
He pulls out a bigger axe and points at it. Now, the question is, how much are you looking to spend? I got actually quite an array. I like your taste in weapon. That's seen some better days, of course, but quality. Quality way.
I just point at the axe. Like
What kind of axe did you have?
I had a great axe. Or
And-
not a great axe. A battle axe.
Battle axe?
The one that's 10
one-handed
gold.
version.
Yeah. Well, it's versatile, so it can be either or.
Thanks. And that, so, sort of, he has a larger axe. Now, are you wanting a great axe?
No. I
Okay.
can't use it.
So, when he pulled out the bigger one, is that what you get?
No.
And it's sort of way forward, and sort of like, sort of to, as he, like, basically slides off wooden panels. He has wooden panels set in the back of his shop that he, sort of slides across.
That must
and
be terribly expensive in a place without trees.
Don't you wish you could ask? Many of the handles to most of the weapons are, a lot of them are actually wooden. A lot of the axes are various colors of wood.
Okay.
But yeah, and he sort of slides up, just sort of to one that has like a bunch of, almost like kind of, not like pegboard, but like almost like individual pegs have been drawn in to hang like things would hang on a pegboard, only without all the extra holes.
So it's just a
board with, yeah.
It's like what you would do if you wanted to make a wall of donuts.
Yeah, that would, yeah, you're very familiar with that. Only this is a wall of axes. He sort of slides out to his wall of axes, and, what are you buying?
What you selling, stranger?
What would you be most interested in?
I keep pointing at the...
Well, point
Is
at
there
that.
one like
Yeah,
this?
there's a few. Different kinds.
Point at one?
Ah! You got an eye for... Do you point at one that looks nice, or do you point at just sort of the shoddiest?
Just an axe.
Middle of the road. People won't buy the cheapest wine when going to restaurants because it makes them look cheap, so they'll buy the second cheapest.
You're right.
That's what he's doing with an axe.
I look for the ones that look like they deal full damage.
Bring in box wine.
They all kind of look like they're, they're sturdy and well made.
There
There are some with decorative... Do you look for anything decorative?
No.
Then, yeah, then I'll say... Functional enough piece, how about we call it 10 gold?
Alright, there you go.
Thank you.
That's how much they cost.
It's also really hard for you to bar.
Oh no, I will charades the crap out of that.
But yeah, you just sort of set it down. And
Are you
he pulls it.
shove at
And
someone?
do you? And so he takes the gold. He sets the axe and he turns away. Do you walk away immediately?
No.
Okay. If you did get him, he actually then comes back with a basically a leather cover that basically the axe will slide into that can hook onto a belt.
Okay, so I put it into the one I already have for my back.
He gives you a free leather.
You also have the
Okay, yeah, I just walk around with
Technically-
axes everywhere.
technically you could put it's similar enough size. You can fit your other the one the rusty one.
I take out my arrow quiver, shake it, and point at it.
Need arrows. I don't do arrows, but I got a friend. You tell him Garnival sent you.
You can't.
Oh, you don't actually talk at all, do you? He literally pulls out parchment.
He's like, you tell him. Freaking idiots.
Just thought you were brooding. No offense. Folds up a piece of paper and says, 4 buildings down.
Walk off.
You read the piece of paper.
Yeah.
Basically is Garnival said Garnival looking for arrows.
You can't catapult arrows.
Too small?
What?
A catapult has a weight limit.
It does say 1 to 5 pounds.
Yeah, 1 to 5, yeah.
Arrows would not qualify.
He does have a bow, though.
Wait,
Yeah.
because they're too light.
Yes.
Put rocks on them.
It's just tap
Just do rocks! If that's the point, just have normal rocks. You don't need the wooden thing sticking out of it.
Use Green Lantern arrows. Or green arrows.
Yeah, so yeah, you more or less find it. And this is a much, and this more of an enclosed shop door that it pushes open. And yeah, basically just someone working and
Walk over, put paper in front of him.
that also made it a lot easier for you, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
So, very well. And looking for anything special? Alright, so well, just needing a basic quiver. We got 20 here. You're looking for more or less? What's your... Just refill. What? I'll do 20 hours for a gold. Extra 3 silver if you need an extra quiver.
How many of your normal arrows have you used? Will 40 fit in your
I've
normal quiver?
used 2.
Will 38 fit in a regular quiver?
I believe not. You might have trouble. You could. The quiver you have is designed for 20 arrows. You could technically fit them in, but you might have trouble pulling them out while needed.
I just go.
Yeah.
Put an extra
and it's
piece on
not
the
nearly
counter.
as nice as the quiver you already have. This is basically,
It might as well
a
be
sort of leather
Starbucks
wrap
quiver.
that's sewn on the side, but and basically a punch through. But it holds them, and it's and you can looking around, you can tell he has nicer thing, but it's sort of you wanted something basic. He's like, I got basic for you. Nice talking with you.
I walk out.
Did you guys tell him where you were going?
Did you?
I would have said, let's, when you're done, meet at the East Gate.
Yeah. That sounds like a good...
I walk over to the east gate.
Do you walk all the way into the gate, or do you meet at the spot in town?
I walk all the way over to the gate.
Okay.
Stand there just staring at the guards.
There's actually a spot where you can actually just sort of wait. There are people that occasionally wait here for things. Otherwise, after the other... I'm guessing 3 of you. I'm guessing you're hanging out with the pair of them.
Yeah.
I don't need to buy anything.
After finishing up sort of in the market stalls...
Hold on, while I'm still in the market stalls, I have to do lots more shopping. I forgot. I have access to more things now. I need a change. No, I've already spent more than that. Shield? Can I find a shield?
Well, Shield's looking for something maybe made of metal. You can hear some smithing.
Right. I also need armor because my armor got damaged.
That might be harder. Armor's expensive as hell.
Yeah.
I also
But you got another job that you're still working on that should more or less
yeah,
help
the
out.
hook horn. That's not going to get me killed.
Stand in the back. Let them take it.
They're not the tank.
Let them take it. Your armor was damaged.
My armor doesn't work very well in the first
I'm
place.
just looking. What are you looking for?
Well, that page.
You don't need the page.
But yet, I want it. I want to look at it. You reading stuff off isn't as good as me looking at it myself.
Yeah, I agree. People reading to you is annoying.
I'm not
Unless they're
reading.
professional voice actors like Lorelei King. She's wonderful.
I've been listening to Gareth Armstrong.
Ah, that's a strong name. That's a good, strong name right there. I think I'm going to write that down and use it for my next character.
Yeah. I'll see if I can find some hide armor. That's medium and doesn't impose disadvantages and gets me +1.
Okay.
I don't wear armor.
Yeah, you're caster.
I'm a wizard.
No, you're not.
No, that's me.
Yeah, you're kind of a wizard.
I'm kind of like a wizard. I'm like a way cooler wizard.
Within the world, if you wanted to claim to be a wizard, he might be able to.
It's like, doing that one! You're just jealous of my wizarding skills.
You're just jealous of my math.
But, yeah, just ask around. Or...
Yeah, I asked the leather guy for if you know someone who would sell hide armor.
I don't know. What you looking for?
You just
Literally hide armor that would fit my body.
For something, you looking for something used? You looking for something new? What kind? I mean, you looking for any specific kind
In
of hide?
stock? Unless you have stuff that specifically resists, like, acid or something, no. It's like, I think we've got hit with acid, haven't we? That first bug?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The grabby guy.
Mm-hmm. Unless you have something like that, but no, otherwise just something in stock that I could get and go.
Okay. Well, I actually have a few. Let's see if anything
Fits.
new.
Yeah.
Blackchuck.
No.
You chose to dump it.
The 14.
Because you have a knife. But he has something that more or less fits enough that it's gonna...
I can grow into it?
Yeah, well, no, almost fits enough that it's gonna provide its full benefit. It's a used set. And he'd be like, I got this, let's call it 8 gold.
Does it smell funny?
I have a Ryan, I don't care. Ryan's a perfume and a point. Yeah, 8 gold sounds fine. Do you have anyone you would suggest for a metal shield?
Metal shield? Blacksmith down the way. Follow the sound once he's hammering.
Yeah, okay. So,
Almost a little tinge of resentment in his voice from...
hey, I offered to help build bridges by recommendation, but no, he's like, fucking, someone down there.
No.
Unless you...
He literally... when you ask for a recommendation for a high, he's like, I got some things that people have traded in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I give him some...
And it doesn't... It's not a nice looking set. He's like... And he said, do you want something nice that looks nice? No? I got you.
And also, it's like, oh, okay, I'll give him my leather armor. Can we make it 7 with the trade-in of the leather?
I mean, it's not... You know what? It's not great. But keep me in mind, and we'll do it this time.
Sure, okay.
Rework some of this.
As we start heading towards the sound of hammer blows,
Ting, ting.
we hear people chanting, "We don't need no education." Ding.
But what about thought control? Could you use some of that? I think there is a bit of debate on whether or not thought control could be used.
I believe it's in my spell repertoire. Things like suggestion, guess.
I don't know about you, but I'm having my pudding right now.
So yeah, head into a smithy place.
And you too find yourself with a golden dwarf.
Wait, golden?
I just assume well tanned.
Yeah, we're not melting the dwarf.
Yeah, no, not actual gold. But it is more than a well tan. It is actually almost a bit of a shimmer too. But it is definitely
It's a golden dwarf and not a goblin, so I think we're good.
Yeah. Not offering to make us nimble rights. So,
And he just sort of, as you walk up, he stops, puts his hammer down. Good morning.
Morning.
How can I help the three of you?
I'm in the market for a metal shield.
Metal shields I have. Got some excellent craftsmanship. And going back, sliding through the wood panels to just an array of shields. And he's like, now you, sir, look like a man that can do with a little bit of decoration to match your fine friend here. Lovely cloak. Looks wonderful. Anyways, I think...
This man knows.
And you make no attempt to hide your appearance or what you're wearing.
Nope.
He's like, I think I actually have one, and pulling down one that has almost a silver inlay of a almost similar design spider print on it that would be just the style to match you with your friend. We can call it 15 gold.
It is pretty, but more on the market
For the sneaky guy.
It's very nice.
It
Just sitting back going,
I don't know, man. You might want to get that just because you're casting light on that shield all the time and having the silver reflect off of it. Might be the
Cast
way
it
to
on
go.
my shield.
Oh, your shield.
Yeah.
Well, you can cast it on your shield this time.
give
Well,
him
he's
the
the one who
shield.
doesn't have dark vision, like he gets the flashlight. I was looking for something a little more market price for that, but I tell you what, I could meet you in the middle at 12.
It's a little more with the workmanship they got in there. But, I mean, I do have some things if you're looking for 12. If you're looking, man, perhaps just a little bit of decorative edge.
If it's not something that quality, I'd rather just go with a plain metal for the 10.
You don't know that a shield costs 10 gold. I'm taking this book away from you.
It's a good thing you didn't notice that I already erased how much I was going to spend on the axe before I bought it.
And what are you talking about? He knows it's.
But if you'd like one for 10 gold, I have fairly simple, but you'll notice I have a decorative leather straps here in the back. That's what you see anyways. You hold to it. Much examination very much looks like this was decorative leather because it was formerly something else. It's turned into straps. But he managed to cut it in a way that it looks nice. He's like,
Yeah.
but otherwise, the workmanship of the metal is more or less serviceable.
Nice.
And I'll do that for 10 gold.
I'll take it.
How about you two fine paws?
They're casters.
Well, I mean, I gotta say that shield really perks me up. I very rarely meet somebody with an eye for fashion down here.
No, they go up top. They're all around. They come by. They know where to get good stuff.
Now I have a serviceable
I
AC
feel
of
like
16.
I need a set, perhaps a weapon. Maybe not a functional one, as I'm more of a magic sort myself, but I do find myself in need of something showy.
I'm not dashing. I don't have a sword.
That is almost exactly it. I need a sword and a shield. And that shield specifically, because that one's nice. But I don't know. I think a sword would fit me good.
Well,
Make a striking pose.
I forget, do you still get the +2 AC bonus from the shield?
He's not
I have
going to
no
use it.
idea.
Well, if he's literally holding it, he might get it. But Untrained might do a different thing. I forget what Untrained does.
I think it gives them disadvantage on certain checks.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, we didn't look it up, but
Gonna wait for Austin to drop his shield and catapult it at something.
Bah! I don't have that spell.
No, he was just catapult your shield at someone's head.
so are you looking to buy the shield as well, or just
Yeah.
pretty much asking for it? Okay, so basically, yeah,
I
he'll
was
set
just
down.
asking if he wants to get in the way of
And
fancy
again,
swords.
Yeah. Anything specific you're looking for, and basically, again, there are layers here of basically wooden boards that he can push out of the way to reveal where he has swords. And first off, what do you use? You're looking for something big and bulky, or dainty and simple?
Something elegant.
Elegant.
Elegant screams rapier.
Yeah. Exactly what
We're
my
talking
mind-
about the barbarian uses the rapier.
Elegant. Rapiers, long swords, those are all nice.
Yeah, disadvantage on ability check, saving throw, or attack roll that involves strength or dex and can't cast spells.
Yeah, that's the real one. Can't cast spells.
I don't know how.
Yeah. My hands, they don't work with the shield.
I need a brass brazier.
I can do that. But, look into this. And I'm guessing you'd like something that fits the motif. I see you've ingrained
very
yourself
much
in the
so.
culture.
Very much so.
No, he's Spider-Man.
For, let's call it 30 gold, I have this right there. And the actual, the length of the, is it foil?
Blade.
Blade, but I think there's another name. Anyways, it's very, very, very plain, standard, but sort of the guard actually is a spider amongst web.
Now, hold on a second. When the weapon
So it's a
swings through the air,
basket
does it
of
make a
rapier.
singing noise?
Hmm?
When he swings the weapon through the air, will it make a singing noise?
Well, if he does it with good skill.
That's up to you, man.
Yes, but how decorative is it?
The actual part around the hand is, there's,
What about
of course...
scabbard? Has it got a good scabbard?
I have a few options that will fit this. I do pretty well. And if you're looking for just something simple but of color, so what color is your cloak right now?
I believe it was purple, orange, and gold.
He's like, I do have, and he says, very simple.
To give you some...
I've, commissioned a few. I have a just simple leather dyed purple that would match well enough. Alternatively, we have...
he whatever. He is a Stormlord if you need suggestions on kind of how to decorate him.
Yeah, it's really annoying when people just start telling everyone your secrets, isn't it?
Not a secret, it's just that is not the motif. I'm using
Yeah,
spiders and stuff here, man.
Yeah, he saw, he has a spider on his back, he sees that. Also, Stormlord for people down...
What the heck's a storm?
An Earthquake Master.
That would be a terrifying master.
Nah, Fire Master would be terrifying. What did you do? Oh, I blew up the entire cavern.
No, something like
So,
that.
no air
Yeah,
space?
he's like,
Yeah,
and of course, that I can throw in, but if you're looking to go a little bit beyond, I believe I have, sticking with the theme, and he's like, basically, he has one that is a, sort of a very dark wood that has a pattern, like basically a spider's web, just sort of covering the entire thing. The web being actually made of gold. But it would be another 15 gold for this.
You're already out of what money you have. We're up at 60 now.
Well, yeah, because it was 30 for the rapier, 15 for the scabbard, that's 45.
And 15 for the shield.
Yeah, that's 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that.
Oh.
I have that money.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, well, by all means. But since I'm buying the whole set, I'm going to try and talk them down a couple
Of course, yeah.
gold. See if I can talk them down a couple gold.
And what do you say?
I'm nothing persuasive.
Nothing.
I'm just drawn in by how great this is. I get a 10. I get a 10. I have some way through. I was like, I don't know, maybe I should get a... Nah, this is just great. I hear 60 gold. It's great. It's great.
I'm just so happy.
Yeah, it's just fantastic.
And you said they were casters. People that tell all those secrets.
I am a wizard.
So I am assuming serviceable, you're just basically
Yep, no, I'm looking for a workhorse.
looking for something pretty portable?
Yep.
Yeah, something relatively small than that.
Does
the spell give a requirement for the cost of it?
For the entirety of the material components, yes. For the brazier specifically, no.
Yeah, it's just a brass bracelet.
Yeah, what is it actually? We just, if it, in front of you, you read.
Yeah. Material
Ryan
components.
failed to take notes.
10 gold of charcoal, incense, and herbs consumed by fire in a...
I was like, I didn't think that the brazier was included with that. It is outside of the 10 gold requirement. Technically, there are areas where you could use them serviceably in public. But he's able to come up with something that's enough that you think you can do what you need, but small enough that it will fit sort of like, side to side in your bag.
Alright.
Let's see, trade goods. And for something pretty basic, we'll call it 8 silver.
Okay.
And it really is... He's not really... Yeah, he's like, if you want something nicer, I can certainly make it, but this is what I have of
Nope, just need a workhorse.
temperature.
It's so hot. That darn full.
So, my friends, is there anything else that I can help you with today?
No.
You want to buy a longsword?
Well, what do you got?
Regular longsword my character started with.
This is no mere longsword. That's better. 25. This longsword has traveled a great distance, fought many foes, some of them mythical in proportion. It may appear a mundane blade, but truly, it is a thing that bequeaths upon its wielder the opportunity to make themselves into legends.
Does he tell the truth?
I would keep it if I could, but I got a magical dream sword.
Well, if it is of such great significance, I really cannot take that. I would do no more than melt it down to make something of my own. But I'm sure that you can find some shops that sell second-hand items that perhaps would be interested.
Okay.
Congratulations, Vic. You talked him out of it.
It's like, I can't take it. That's what's too amazing.
No. What I heard is Austin just now has to repeat that story verbatim to someone else.
He has to make another roll.
No.
He has to make another roll.
Maybe with advantage, because I've already done the story.
We'll see. Anyways, I'm Gonable. You can always hear me with the ting ting.
Mm-hmm.
They love that.
Yes. Well, thank you for doing business with us.
Oh, it's been a joy.
Him just moving a bunch of items on us.
Yeah. moving a bunch of items. Moving, like, literally his fashion items. Which you can tell, basically, he likes. He's got these.
No one wants these.
these.
I want them. I'm fabulous.
He has been waiting for the day Fabulous would come along.
Finally, Mr. Fancy, you're my favorite.
And you can kind of tell that, like almost that motif you went with, there's enough items, like, there's almost something in every category.
Yeah.
Because you're in a drow city, and he's aware of that.
So am I. I learned about Drow like 2 days ago. I'm into it.
Completely change your stuff around when we go to the Smurf
Well,
town.
with the cloak, it's easy enough.
Yeah. And you just gotta sell the spider crap.
And give you a spritz.
Yeah. Febreze, the high armor.
And you make your way up to the corpse's car. Again, from the high that you just came from down to the...
Oh god, it's you guys.
You're
You're poor.
I am now.
Yes. Lose your taller friend.
Yeah, he's waiting.
No,
for us.
I'm here right here.
Right.
Come
across anything new?
Here for components.
Yes. Do you have a little more coin?
Yes.
Well, what are you looking for?
While they're doing business, I'm looking around his back wall.
Charcoal, incense, herbs.
Oh, simple enough, of course. How much are you needing?
About exactly 10 gold worth.
Yeah, I give him the amounts.
Yeah, no, man. You can actually, yeah, you can almost... Because you kind of know, and he's like...
Do it by weight.
Creation, yeah. Always, and yeah, more or less, discussing a bit of what you're doing. Creating a new friend, it seems. Yes, you'll probably want some of this. And basically, it's a small amounts of charcoal, a little bit of herbs, and then the incense is the kind of thing that basically he comes out and it's tied. Like, you can just tell, like, it's a bundle in fabric. And he's like, and I do recommend keeping that tied up until you put it in the spot to burn.
Sponge it.
That is exactly the point. It's like, it is basically with the idea of, it is not massive amounts that you're burning, it is a very well treated, and a lot of it is, the cost is largely in the incense that is used. But yeah, you get the material components to cast Find Familiar.
Okay.
And were you needing anything preserved?
No, just dreamt about birds and jars. You haven't happened to come along a crow or dove lately, have you?
Well,
He gives...
you're supposed to look along the back wall.
Well, I was.
Yeah.
That's where all his preserved oddities are.
Yeah. No, they don't frequent these parts. If you find one, I could preserve it, but do not count on me coming across them anytime soon.
Okay. Like I said, dreams, man. They're weird.
Yeah.
But I'm good. You guys good?
Yep, 10 gold.
Yeah. With spell components, literally, I feel like I can't try and negotiate, because if you get it for less, it's technically no longer enough to cast the spell.
Yeah, it's like, how much is it? It cost me like 12 gold. It's like, I used in the spell and I had a whole bunch left over. He gypped me.
However, if I ever suffer from inflation, I'll at least know that spell components will remain static.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I don't think they would. I think they would go up with inflation. You have to have 10 gold worth of this. It doesn't matter the thing you're using. It is its price in
It's
gold.
hyperinflation. In order to carry around the incense, you need an entire cart.
That's the reason I described it as such, because I don't like the idea of how much, because if you consider, like, a normal stick of, like, incense, it's like, and some herbs with some plants, and some charcoal. None of those are particularly
10
expensive.
gold worth of incense. Just piles of incense.
Okay, I just gotta keep feeding this into the brain here.
You better hope you're not trying to buy it in some place that makes incense. You've got to carry around elephant.
Ah, yes, and you can smell my familiar from miles away.
Officially speaking, the way I did it, you could manage to just buy general incense for that cost and get it to work. It would be a lot more processed during the spell, but basically as you're pouring more in. This is just basically the idea of, because he does spell components, you can get concentrated.
Oh, wait, while we're here and I'm making my purchase, and I'm like, I want a loyalty card.
A what?
I want to repeat guest bonus card.
Also, free hamburger on his birthday.
No such thing.
Well, you don't have a rewards program for shopping here?
No.
You need to get on that.
Come here enough that I feel like it's necessary. We'll make some sort of arrangement, but I do believe at that point he'll be coming in with more than 10 gold. We'll see.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You are
more
more than
than
tripled what you
magic.
walked in with yesterday.
All I can think about is how much I want to rob this guy.
I have like 25.
Like, I don't even want his stuff. I just want to set his entire shop on fire. Just out of spite. Just out of spite. Just, you know what you deserve? What? You deserve to have nothing. I don't like your attitude. It offends me.
Thank him and head on down to the East Gate.
And cast gas on him and say you gotta be a nice dude for 10 years.
He seems like the kind of dude who would have break enchantment.
But would he?
I think he would probably be cursed often enough to yes, he would.
Apparently you don't like him.
No, they don't.
Curse him anytime he has 2 coins, he only has 1.
I'm ambivalent.
I find we can probably turn him to our side once we have more money.
Oh yeah. Get more money and then try your loyalty
But we're in
program.
a drow city. Once we have more money, why not just hire an assassin to kill him? And then we can just take all this stuff.
He probably has defenses.
It's a drow city. The assassins are a dime a dozen.
Sounds like
Just hire enough assassins, one of them's getting through.
Yeah, more or less.
hire an assassin, hire moving crew. What are you doing?
Both show up the same day.
The worst part is when you screw up the payments and actually send the moving crew lots of money and an assassin a case of beer and some pizza.
Don't worry, the assassin still did the
The
job.
moving crew shows up before the assassin. Hey, we're here to move your stuff.
What?
What?
Yeah,
Get outta here.
apparently the owner of the shop died.
And then Vermintide was assassin out of nowhere.
Yes. Die, elf thing.
I believe we were going
To the
someplace
East Gate.
to hunt down a hook tour. That was our next step.
Yes.
Was that the next step?
Oh no.
Well, next is heading east randomly and hoping we find...
A hook tour?
Well, technically hoping we find Argyle.
Next step was having Nick sit down and ask a sword what to do next.
Oh, yeah.
So you get to the east gate.
Yeah. It's like
And they'll kind of... You remember...
Wait. Before we leave, go to the morgue.
Why?
To see if I can get a dead body.
There's
Why?
probably not a morgue, man. Unless you know there's one.
You've not been to this city.
Mm-hmm.
You know in your city, that would not fly.
We're going off to literally kill something. Take its body.
Okay.
No, he wants a hand.
Yeah, he needs a hand.
Well, the thing is that I could probably get a non-drow body. They probably wouldn't care about any of those, at least down here.
They probably already chopped them up and used them for feed.
They might not have. They could be lazy.
Anything that they're bothering to keep probably has a reason. Anything that they're not is probably already gone.
Okay.
Well, they usually hang on to it for 3 or 4 days. Why? No reason.
Just because.
In case someone walks up with some...
So, sit down in the entranceway. It's like, okay, we're gonna ask the sword 20 questions, and by that I mean 1 in the next hour of if...
You can almost tell the guard at this point that you've joined your friend who's already sort of been waiting here a little bit, and just sort of been sit here is like, going in a bit.
So how do we want to word this question? Is Argyle to the east? Where is Argyle in the east?
Which direction has the greatest adventure? Which will, of course, lead us to Argyle.
We'll keep that one on the back burner.
I don't know.
Someone with more intelligence,
I'm
what you
just
got?
saying, both in-universe and metagame, that is the most correct answer.
I mean, you could go. You know what? You gotta make a persuasion check. Gonna talk him into asking.
I could talk up how much adventure leads people to their destined places. It's only natural. You shouldn't fight it. Just go with the flow. Ask where the adventure is, and it shall provide.
Yeah.
What do you think they should ask?
I think you should just ask for... give you a feeling of where Argyle is.
I think that would be super vague on something that's already going to be vague.
Yeah. Well, since it's going to be vague anyway, just give you an intuition on where to go.
I think it just answers.
It doesn't grant wishes.
Yeah. And it won't be a continuous effect. It'll just say something.
Then I would just say kind of...
Where's the nearest buried treasure?
For the love of God, just ask where
Cool.
How about we should start with, is Argyle still alive?
Yeah, that'd probably be good.
Yes, of course he is.
I would ask something like, what would a
Wasted
map...
question.
What would a map of Argyle's location relative to us look like?
Complicated.
The more complicated you get, with literally an item that is described as giving a potentially vague answer, doesn't work as well for his purposes.
What direction is Argyle?
A yes or no.
Is Argyle located east of the point I am at? I think would be the best.
You know, the planet's a sphere, right?
No, it's flat. So right off the edge.
No, this is Astron. It's a cube.
Inside.
It is a sphere.
But it goes the other way.
No, it's a sphere. It is traditional.
You say that with such disdain. Why aren't more planets inside out?
Because I have one world that's inside out, and I really like it. Either it's going to be that one, or it's not inside out.
Okay. So, yes. My question for my hour of concentration is Argyle east of us?
What direction is Argyle from us?
See, that gives him too much leeway in cryptic.
So what do you want to do? I'm guessing you're going, is Argyle east of us?
Yes.
Might as
wasn't me.
It was Hermione or Ginny?
It
Oh.
was.
Different redhead lady from the other movies.
Yes.
Yeah, the base would help. It's like,
See, that's why I don't like those things. They're top heavy. Just ask him to fall over.
yeah, they are.
With their gigantic shins.
They just look funky.
They look fun
Not a
too.
fan. Not a fan.
I believe I posted something when you
He
realized.
asked, is Argyle east? How do you? Is Argyle east?
East
So I need
of
to
us.
look in these
Just
two.
Argyle?
Yes.
The planet's a sphere. The answer is, of course, yes.
Eventually.
There's some wiggle room I'm going to have to deal with. If it's going to be a dick, it's like, yes, everything is east of you if you go far enough.
I was on a boat. I know that's how the world works.
You did so much in your life for not gaining a level.
I was very busy. Who has time to keep track of XP? And everyone knows if you don't keep track of it, you don't level up.
If in truth one Argyle you seek, you would not find him to the east.
What if it's two Argyles?
Darn it, wasn't specific enough with the name. So it says, if in truth Argyle I seek,
If in truth one Argyle you seek, you would not find him to the east.
So sounds like he wouldn't be to the east, or did they put a limit per day on this, or
Yep.
okay?
Otherwise you would waste your days away.
Come on, Magic Fortune Teller, tell us what to do next.
And that would waste the game.
Just shaking the sword, look at it, ask again later. Alright, wait again until tomorrow.
So that is the information we have.
Well, let's go east. That's where Victoria is.
We won't get any more information from it till tomorrow, either way.
You're at this point about halfway through a day.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have any directions for where to find Argyle now that that particular lead is dried up. We might be able to go to the east, and if he's been here but is not currently here, might find some trace of him.
Yeah. And ask again tomorrow. But we can go hunt down that hook tour.
Yeah.
In turn to you, it's like, your feelings, should we go a different way or hunt the hook tour while we wait for hook tour? Okay.
I forgot to specify it, but they did take back the key for the mine.
Sure.
Yes.
What? The Minor Mine Co?
Yeah, they took the key back in exchange for your money.
So,
We can have the ability to make a copy.
so Minor
But you-
Mine Co. took back their key?
Yes.
No, the government office took back the key.
I
For
might be
minor
able to
mind
take
codes.
it, but
No.
who cares? I doubt we'll need to go back there.
It was a rest spot that you now don't have
Just saying.
easy access to.
The Minor Mine Co. is going to be the puck corporation of this game.
No, it's not.
Yes,
You
yes, it will.
refuse? Well, literally, even if we accept that name, it's a mining company that basically is now bankrupt, as they've now spent 200 gold to get back a mine that they will find has been destroyed.
I trust in the resilience of Minor Mine Co.
I
Because
don't.
Minor Mines is major business.
Huh?
Not anymore, it's just out of
You,
business.
you gotta wait and do that when we get to the Smurf Neblin town, so we have a bunch of miners.
Besides,
Mini
it's only the
miners?
top layer of
Mini miners.
iron that got destroyed. I'm sure there's more.
Yeah. But we're heading east.
You're heading east. I want one of you to make a perception check, and one of you to make a luck check.
Not it for luck. And not it for perception either. I like
15.
On
Luck.
luck.
I got a 9 on perception.
I thought that was a 1.
I believe we all have sucky perception.
Yeah.
That's because perception's never been useful before.
Passive perception hasn't been useful, and when you get +5s to it, it's just angrily stared at.
But you make your way through, and you had a 15 on that. And as this sort of things, it's larger sort of breaking tunnels. More or less, you just sort of, each time a path breaks, you just kind of get a feel for what seems past.
Mage armor.
Just like in walking.
Yeah.
How long does that last?
8 hours.
8 hours, okay. But at some point, as you're approaching a bit of a ridge that goes up, you hear a familiar voice. What's that light? I've but a blind man in the dark here.
Looking around for it.
Not
He
that
says
familiar.
someone there.
What? I live in.
Not that blind if he can see light.
Also, I've lived in town long enough. Would I have known him from the guards?
No.
Sounds like his voice.
Argyle, is that you? We've come
I'm
looking.
here.
Your nephew and I have come looking for you from town.
And nobody else.
My nephew.
Oh, this dude's totally lying.
Wait. Speak your name.
He just told
Argyle.
Yeah, it's more speak your nephew's name.
That's a good one. Yeah, there you go. I was like, he's not saying anything but what you've already said.
Another cave trap thingy?
Tingles my adventurous senses.
And there's no Argyle in this direction, you know that.
If it's a true Argyle, we see he's not a beast.
If it is one Argyle,
This might be a ventriloquist.
Okay.
Do you know your nephew's name? We're afraid you're some horrible cave monster. We would like you to prove otherwise. We believe you're a cave monster. Prove to us you're not a cave monster.
Is the secret password is now that I've spoken the secret magic words.
Kalidan. We are Stoneheaded.
Nope.
Did you change your name again?
It's Potter. It's always
Oh no, it is Stoneheaded.
just Adam the entire way with you.
Haha, you didn't know I changed my last name, Uncle?
You imposter!
He's a clone, ice him.
It's just because it's usually stonecutters.
It's usually Stonecutter.
Well, shoot, that sounds like a person. I'll go up there. Let's go trap this trap.
Okay, so you go. Do you stay behind?
No, I'm
Okay.
going
Okay,
first.
okay. You're the one with the light.
Light.
Still on guard would go up.
Yeah.
You wouldn't happen to have another Argyle up there, would you? Another person named Argyle?
No.
Insight?
You didn't hear him rolling his dice, Nick.
Or did
But I also think this might be a cave monster trying to trick us. +2, so 20. Seems legit.
Is it?
Okay.
Brought a whole army down.
Well, he's here for the adventure. He was there.
So, do I see this person?
Yeah, you see. Argyle.
I pull out my book of lore and start flipping through the pages for potential, whatever, body doubles.
You mean
What-
literal doppelgangers?
Yeah.
What
It's like,
does
well,
he look like? Describe this person.
Do you have a set description for your uncle? Because I don't have that written down. And if I describe... But he's a Goliath. Strong. Definitely looks... whatever he's wearing is a lot more tattered. almost seems like things found down here.
See, that's the information I'm looking for. I dig into my bag, pull out his pipe.
He almost pauses a moment and then smiles. And then he takes it. And you have to check if that requires attunement.
That'd be a pretty crappy trinket.
It would. Well, it's not actually a trinket. It is technically a magic item. I don't think it does, but I...
24 hours before I can smoke.
You can smoke, you just couldn't...
Oh, an hour.
Yes, attunement's an hour.
Yeah.
What was it? Had the crazy attunement?
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Maybe it could also be like the books.
I
You
don't
have to
think
spend
it was
so much time reading and finishing
that. No, it
books.
wasn't that.
And he starts to, and he's like, I can, and
I don't have any pipe weed.
can I have, do you still have, any, of the tobacco?
Was there tobacco?
Yeah, there were two different types.
Yeah, 2 tobacco pouches. I have it written down. So
Yep.
yes, I totally do.
Yeah, no. And seeming a little slow at first, but almost like as he actually passes, like he's getting used to the idea here, and manages to puff out a few monstrous creatures, things you assume from down here. You see, in fact, amongst them, one of them being a hooked horror.
Yeah.
But
Well, since I got
That's
my...
not usually what he's smoked out, is it?
no, they are things that he would have found down here, though.
You seem...
Why would he do those? Those don't seem far comforting.
He did things such as, fire-breathing dragons and...
Most of the stuff are up top.
yeah.
Since I'm looking through my book of lore, I look up some information about hooked horrors for any science
Do
story.
you have... What book do you have?
It's a book of lore. It comes as part of the Scholar's Pack.
The Book of Lore doesn't actually give you any bonuses.
Here it does. Well, it gives me advantage on knowledge checks.
You're
Does it
taking a
actually-
knowledge check.
Well, I can now that I'm trying to make a knowledge check about hooked horrors.
I'm just saying, he's role-playing his character and everyone's over here going, "Stop that fluff!" That book stays in your bag unless you gotta go to the bathroom. You got paper.
Well, you gotta say what you're doing in-game and then actually put the mechanics of what you're using.
Can you blame him for trying to avoid rolls?
Yes, he's not me. And I've been rolling like crazy. I don't shy away from it.
You have been a lot better this campaign.
Yeah, it's confidence. Character knows what he wants.
It's the new dice. They're more curse resistant.
If you want your book of lore to be that of things about creatures, it may be. I would have assumed it would have been research and study, probably more specifically towards...
Arcane knowledges.
No,
Eldritch horrors.
that's our word for it, but
Aberration.
aberrations is what I would have assumed that it would be specifically geared towards.
Okay, if that's what it does, then I'll...
It doesn't actually have rules, but I would assume it would have, just based on your character and what it came from, that it would basically be your...
Yeah, if it's a book about mythos.
And most of it is stuff that more or less you have gathered.
Okay. Yeah, me or...
It's less of... Yeah, and I mean,
My
it can be
elders.
gathered like by talking to other people, but it's less of you bought this book that was...
No.
and more of literally, like, it's a half-full book that you have been filling with details on it,
Nah, this would have been... Because, whatever, a lot of my arcanist stuff had been passed down by my grandmother.
Mhm.
So I might have gotten it from them or another elder.
Yeah,
family
maybe some start, and a lot of the issues that you've going through, almost with since the incident, things that you've been gathering and trying to pull together to piece things together on it is sort of what I...
Yeah.
So, why did you leave the group of people you were with?
dragged off in the night.
I forget, did they say there was a struggle, or like you just stood up and walked away? And they're telling
They said, I believe, they said that he was gone, and things that it seems like he would have taken are still here.
Oh. Okay.
They had his bag of things, they had...
What took you? How'd you get away? Seems like it'd be an interesting story.
I don't recall. I couldn't see the creatures. They were big.
Knowledge check on how to identify a doppelganger.
You don't necessarily know what a doppelganger... Okay. Is that specifically...
I believe they might literally have clear blood. You were in the bees.
That was from a book.
Hey, doppelgangers might have clear blood in this one too.
I'm pretty sure the solution to doppelgangers is to stab them.
Ah!
They're not dinosaurs. There they are.
Okay. I was like, I feel like they're between DI and DR, but I missed the page. Yeah, monstrosity. So you don't necessarily
Okay.
know how. But also with your scoffing, he literally wouldn't be able to see him once he's dragged away from light. He suffers from the same, as it would make sense, he wouldn't be able to see.
Well, we can get you back to Drow City. It might take us a while to get you back to the surface.
Yep.
What are you thinking about right there?
I wonder if he has my rock.
He sort of turns to you at a certain point. I can get it. I came down for it, and I had it.
I look at him very confused. I stand up and start pulling out a weapon, looking at it, continuing to look at him very confused.
Your stone. Your speaking stone. I had it. I stashed it away with some other things. I've been down here a bit.
Now I'm thinking, how would he know where he stashed it? He doesn't know where he is.
And you said you were staying in the Drow City.
Have you
That's the
visited?
Great Barred Wall, yes?
The big wall with a door in it? Yeah.
Have you visited it?
I've not gone through the gate.
Hmm.
It didn't seem welcoming.
Just a town gate.
No. Just a town gate was the southern entrance that you came through originally. The gate on this side is not just a town gate.
I'm just saying, any port in a storm, I'm totally suspicious now. First of all, he started off with, I wonder if he has my speaking stone, with, oh, I get it, I know where it is.
Like you
Like
read
he-
his mind.
Like he completed the thought for me.
Well, wouldn't it also be something that he would know
No.
that would be on your mind?
Not really.
Isn't it literally why he came down here?
Yes, it's literally why he came down here, but I'm pretty sure he'd be more like, hey, do you have any food? Can I get a weapon? Wow, that's an awful lot of light. There's a billion other things that he should be inquiring about.
But at a certain point, he stands up and just almost like unfolds, and he has weapons. They're shoddy, and they're stone-made axes. But he has those, and he has a globe of light that he is sitting crouched on top of.
I don't trust this dude.
So, I'll go get that, and it may be a few days.
I'm gonna
I'll
follow
meet you
him.
back at the city.
Nope.
It's like, you are our main mission. We can go with you. and help you out.
It would be It could put us all in danger.
Well, just being down here puts us in danger. Then better to go with you to better odds of completing the mission and getting back whatever he needs so we can get you home.
But I think we'd all be safer if we split ways and meet outside of that gate.
That seems...
That seems
again,
exceedingly foolish.
that seems, like I was saying earlier, suspicious and very much like a monster from the cave would say. It's like, I've only met you in passing, but that seems very foolhardy and monster talk right there.
Is that what you say to him?
Yes.
You act an awful lot like a monster.
Nuh-uh.
Make a persuasion check. Monster says what?
Then cut me down.
Oh no, it just go with you. If cut you down's the option, us being in more dangerous going with you wouldn't hurt.
Well, we do have the option of just straight up knocking him out and see if he reverts to his original form. If he happens to be a monster. Do you mind if we bludgeon you across the head until you fall unconscious?
And we don't know that monsters
do.
transform back to their normal form when unconscious.
I do mind that.
So would I. I'd object. If I was accused of being a monster.
I'm just saying.
Which I have been.
Yes.
Somehow
I don't
not
doubt
letting
that.
him out of my sights.
Best of
It's like, yeah, if it is my uncle, I found my uncle, and no, he doesn't get to. I'd rather be mute for the rest of my life than let him out of my sights again. And if he is not my uncle, I'm totally not letting him out of my sights because now I'm upset because he's not my uncle.
And if he has this good of a disguise and all that, he probably killed and ate your uncle.
I'm not thinking that. That's
Oh, you haven't gotten that
that's
far.
despair.
I want to.
You could have started with the "Is he alive?" question, but no.
I want to tap on Erich's shoulder.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you, do you mind, can we go over here and have a chat real quick, you know?
You guys work with that.
Yeah.
Alright. Hey Eric, I'm thinking of this idea of maybe we do a test to see if, he's the real deal. And I want you to convince him, whatever, I take out a bag of sand, I'm like, I want you to convince him that I'm going to say, whatever, you say that this is a lie-detecting bag of sand. We're going to say what your real name is, and then I'm going to have it change colors if he's telling a lie, and then force the lie, and see if he reacts to that at all.
That seems an elaborate plan.
That seems like the best plan for your Charlatan butt. That seems elaborately overly complicated. I love it!
As he sort of sits there, he digs through pockets and offers dried chunks of meat. If you need anything to eat,
Head rations.
Elaborate, but do you
and
think that
he
it
will
would
eat
be-
from it as well.
I don't think so. Because there's no way it does anything. Because it gives us it doesn't give us any new information to work with. I appreciate your attempt at theater, but I object to the results of such a thing.
The whole idea is to see if we catch him in a lie if he reacts, if he thinks that he's been caught.
Yeah, but you could do that anyway. Because if he's telling the truth and it says we're lying, now he's shocked because we've got erroneous magical goods. It's a null zero gamble you're making
Well,
here.
it really depends on what the reaction is.
Yes, if by some random chance he suddenly goes, "Nyeh," pulls a knife and stabs somebody.
That's the reaction he's looking for. That is his litmus test.
But every other reaction is bad and then sours the relationship.
Yeah.
No, we'll just travel with the dude.
Yeah.
We'll hang out. We'll tell stories.
Okay.
I bet he's got some great stories. He doesn't need to have great stories. I have great stories.
So we're just hanging out with this doppelganger for the next couple days.
We'll tell him some great stories about the Underdark.
It's like, no, I think you should go back and I should go. No.
Yeah, no, we're not doing any of that.
Yes, tell us all your tales about clones.
And I'm
and
guessing none of
alchemy.
you, and he's sort of getting to the point, he's like, I guess none of you are going to waver on that opinion.
No. Yeah, no, we're heading with you.
I mean,
He's not giving us
at the
a great...
very least, tomorrow things might change when we ask a question for an hour. Just surrounded by four.
Yeah, no, he's like...
just going, I may have chosen poorly.
Anyway, we're off
Yeah,
to
no.
find a hooked
No,
horror.
certainly-
You go first.
certainly, he was attempting some ruse.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he stood up off of a light shows he was attempting some ruse.
Like, rob people who come out of the city.
But he obviously had no idea that the four of you were going to show up.
Yeah.
But after some point, and he just sort of sits and thinks, chews on some meat. Well, like I said, it would be dangerous to return to where I have things stashed with such a large group, but I do not betray the idea of spending time finally getting to see you. So a little time together would be good.
Just go like
I prefer not to have to venture into the city of the Drow, though.
No, we're looking for a hooked horror. If you could lead the way.
Yeah.
And he does sort of fish his pipe back out, and he'll puff one out.
Find us the monster. We're looking for him.
Is that what you're referencing?
Yes, that creature, except not smoke.
And far more maiming of Drow.
Yes, there's been one wandering around.
We've been paid to take care of it.
Well, we have been offered pay.
Yeah. True. We have a bounty on it. No idea how powerful.
Do I
Horror
know
is.
anything about hooked horrors?
It's
Are they
I'm gonna check.
It's strong.
okay?
Yeah, compared to our 3-level butts, yes.
Okay.
As far as a creature, any tales that have been told about it in the Underdark?
Or at least if it's way stronger than us.
I think some of that was, some of the things you've already heard.
Click noise.
Yeah, the clicking noise, the...
Maiming of drows.
Do I have to spray us down
the
with
male and female mate like Velcro.
Do I have to spray myself with a certain type of musk in order to sneak up on it?
Sneaking up on it, you know that the clicking is no. I'm gonna actually make you make a
Knowledge.
nature.
19 plus stuff.
Yep. Plus,
Yeah.
step one, two.
You know enough. The clicking is echolocation, so it's not gonna be smell. It's gonna be based on sound and the physical presence of you being there that they see things.
Uh-huh.
They have a slight sight, but visually they have very minimal.
I think that might be your perfect opponent, Austin.
What?
Something going by sound. Clap, clap, clap.
Oh. What? I can get an audience that appreciates me?
Yeah. So
Or at
if
least
it-
one you can blind by loud noises.
if it hears by echolocation, then we can make noises and mess up its brain.
Wasn't that your plan with the bug?
Yep. But now it actually works.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Possibly.
Probably not rules for that, so.
No, but there's not a lot of rules for a lot of things.
Yeah.
But no, when he says we go off alone, I pantomime. No, we all stick together.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Fred. Don't do this to us.
We're not breaking up. I'll go make sandwiches. Wait, no, that was your character.
Yeah, no, I see. He sort of picks up and sort of takes a little time and just sort of turns his back to you as he's to the group as a whole, as he's basically retying what is almost a stone-made large sword, picking up a few other things below, repackaging meat, and just sort of straightening himself up from what had basically been a set position crouched on the ground to make sure he was covering his leg.
Now, do we trust him enough to give him a better sword?
No, I don't have a better sword.
I have a spare better sword.
No.
That real special one that you never found out.
I wasn't sure if we were... We're still neutral. Neutral, is that where we're at?
Mm-hmm.
We're not like tying him up or ball and chaining him yet?
Yeah, we're vaguely distrustful.
Okay.
Okay, I'm good. What are you talking about? I'm a nice guy. I like helping people. For the sake of helping people.
Mm-hmm.
Also because that leads to the best adventures.
Yes.
It's proven.
And he's like, I have had a tendency to avoid things. They get a bit of a scrape if you get it, but if you're after the coin,
Mm-hmm.
For coin and
what's the
claw.
coin? Should be able to lead you in the right direction. When we're close, we'll hear it.
Okay.
And sort of heads back up over the, sort of ridge that you approached over, and meanders a bit further. A little further walk than you might have wanted before that, and it's getting quite late. You're really at the point where, and he hasn't said any such thing, but some of you are really starting to feel like resting when you do at last hear, first you, that sort of clicking, sort of like clack, 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 kind of sound far off. As he still seems to be, you can hear it at the point where he still seems to be trying to judge based on the area of cave that they are in.
Tap him on the shoulder.
And he'll just sort of pause, and as everyone sort of stops walking, the rest of you all start to hear it as well. You need... Well, I'm close now. You're ready for a fight. It might come up on us a little quicker than expected.
I can hear the clicking.
Mm-hmm.
I make clicking noises in return. Same ones.
There's one of your things that you make... What do you have to make this sound?
Minor illusion.
Minor illusion can do a sound?
Yes.
It cannot do multiple things, but it can do each.
Can do one or the other.
I will also cast...
Performance?
Mm.
Unless you have anything better. Basically, the idea is you're trying to accurately mimic the sound. So unless you have anything better, I'm thinking basically performance.
I go ahead and cast...
If it's
We can probably
probably
call it a wisdom-based performance because it's based on you hearing it.
Oh, okay. Alright, then I'm just rolling neutral.
Basically.
12.
Well, you really, all of you are able to kind of tell. There is definitely, it's not on, but it's close. I mean, assuming it's a group of species that each one has a bit of a different time. You might fit within the realm of something of its species.
Then I'll have the sound fade out, so it maybe tricks it.
And what were you asking?
I cast armor bag off.
Okay.
It lasts an hour.
Do you, otherwise, and it sounds like maybe it got a little closer, it's hard to tell. Do you, as a group, move in the direction of it?
What kind of area are we in currently?
Bit of a open grouping of caves, and basically this is larger open areas, not incredibly large, but
Can we tell?
20 or so feet across, and they kind of go in and out.
So there's not like a single tunnel we can tell it's down, and we can all live
No.
by the entrance.
No. You've not had small tunnels at this point over here.
In that case, find a wall, back up against it.
Yeah, might as well, hug the walls. So that's what we'll... That sounds like a good plan.
I'll also go ahead and cast light on... It's like I'm going to take it off your shield and put it on the ceiling so it won't directly go towards you. So...
It wouldn't directly go towards me anyway.
It has some vision, we're told.
From the sound of it, it actually has a sight. If it were light, it has very minimal dark vision.
Yeah.
And you can kind of get the impression that might have something to do with it, with the fact that Argyle basically, as you back against the wall, is like trying to get it here, and he almost like finds a spot between some larger rocks and crouches down, sitting then on top of his globe of light.
So the light is bad?
He hides his light.
Oh, yeah, it's his light. So we just have the globe up top.
Yeah, it can sort of see, but mostly hears.
I think someone else was asking a question.
Nope.
No?
All right.
Just prepared action to glitter dust it when it comes into view.
I don't know. Am I able to hide? I mean, it can sort of hear us by sound, but would I be able to...
Be his rock?
Whatever. Put myself in a place where the sound might not bounce as well off me?
What everyone else seems to have done is hide against a wall. With the way an echolocation is working, it's bouncing off of things. If you press yourself against a wall or hide amongst similar objects, he's hiding amongst a group of stones where he is down below them. Basically, it seems, the idea, and you pretty much got it just right. It's be part of this object over here.
Yeah, best is able to do that then.
Yeah.
I took that as well. Are there any rocks lying around?
Rocks.
I take one of the rocks and I move it into the middle of the pathway before I go and hide myself against the wall.
Sufficient things for that.
A big rock.
Probably within like 1 to 5 pounds.
Somewhere around 1 to 5 pounds.
Got it. But yeah, you're able to wait, and it takes a bit of time, but particularly with a glowing ceiling, and the fact that it isn't completely blind, it finds its way curiously into the area.
Our killing field.
Guessing you're pressed up against the wall as well.
Yes.
In
Can
a
I can see
purple
it?
cloak.
Oh, I'm ostentatious, yes.
Of the colors that most stand out against something with poor vision against a stone wall, I'm guessing it's you.
Probably, yeah. I mean, almost certainly, yes.
Waiting for it to get a little more into the room before I glitter dust.
I'm waiting for it to get within 90 feet of the rock.
Well, by the time you see it, it is within 90 feet of the rock.
The rock goes flying at it.
Do you know the rules for that?
I have to roll a dice.
Do you, or is it a save?
I think Cancel's the same.
I don't know, he was looking at me like I had to do stuff.
Alright. Okay.
What's your intelligence?
You have to memorize all your spells and write them down.
Well, I didn't have a chance to look anything up. You wrote them down on a little piece of paper.
I just wrote down their names.
Yeah.
Nope, it makes a save. What's your DC?
12.
Yeah.
It's a level 1 spell. So I don't know how
That
much.
doesn't change you then.
Yeah, okay.
8 plus proficiency plus your stat. So 12.
And yeah, basically the rock smashes against the cave wall behind as it sees it in time and is able to dodge out of the way.
And glitter dust. Also a dex save, but the save is 14.
You, however, as it dodges from that spot, you manage to get your target, and the sparklers cover the thing, and
Herpes! Craft herpes! Glitter. It's the herpes of craft supplies.
do either of you prepare to anything before we enter into
How
initiatives?
far away is it?
At the point where they do that, it's probably still like 75 feet away.
See, I was going to wait till it got closer, but...
He waited until 90 feet.
Yeah.
And by the way, what is your range on? Is that within
60.
60?
So I would have had to wait.
And where are you compared to him?
I don't know, we don't have a battle map, so...
Yeah, you guys lined yourself up here.
That's just...
No, we didn't line ourselves up at all.
Yeah, it's a big open room, you don't get a map.
Yeah.
They're in.
It's a big open room with no cover.
Yeah.
Well, that suits me just fine.
No, I'd have to wait until he's within 60.
I put Dragon's Breath on myself and then Thunderclap at it.
Put
Ju-
Dragon's Breath on yourself?
Yes,
It's a bonus
which
action.
is a third level spell, and then I use a cantrip.
Wait, second level, you mean?
Okay. Right now, we're not into initiative. Do you want to do that on your turn then?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then initiative.
Well, you said if I wanted to do anything before that, everyone else got to make an action.
Yeah, and then you try to make a bonus action. Which would not be something that you could save and use a reaction for.
So Bob had 14, I had 9.
10.
10. I also get 10.
We have the same dexterity.
We all have the same
Then,
dexterity.
if I can only use the action, then I just use the Thunderclap.
Okay.
It does nothing. It's too far away. It makes 100-foot worth of noise.
Just
it
big
seems to-
cantrip noise.
Yep, nope. It's like, no. That thing has a range of 5 feet. It's nowhere near this creature. But it makes noise for 100.
Yeah.
Just a loud bang.
And yeah, and it starts hitting the rock again, and
Reset vision,
yeah,
reset
basically
vision!
exactly how it's gone.
What was that?
Paladin?
Oh, I need to go first?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I drop my crappy battle axe on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and I launch it at him.
All right.
So he has to take a DC 12. Doesn't get hit.
Nope.
Nope, didn't think so. I'm out of spells.
Did Axe didn't take damage?
Yeah, it did.
It
didn't
hit a
hit
wall.
It hit a wall. Within 90
It
feet.
hits something and then it deals damage to both objects on the failed save. If it didn't hit anything. It didn't deal damage.
It just
It
flew
goes
down the
into
hallway.
it. It goes into it. If they're because you're in an enclosed space.
It's 75 feet. It only
Make a
goes
luck
90,
check.
then it drops off. Like, instantly.
17.
17. You aimed it where it fell painlessly to the ground before hitting one of the walls across the way. You angled it towards one of the.
Okay.
Balls.
Well, in that case, I grab my good battle axe.
All right.
I guess I could grab my bow.
You should grab a bunch of javelins. Those are meant to be thrown.
Yeah, and they're totally a pound apiece. It doesn't matter. I can't. There's no one who.
Do you move out into the room or do you stay against the wall?
I will stay against the wall,
All right.
but with my axe. That's
It's going to be Erich and Henwick.
Dragon's Breath. And then another Thunderclap.
Okay.
Just boom, boom.
Screw you and your sound-based vision.
Is that something you can specifically do because of bonus actions, or
It's
can
a
anyone?
no. Dragon's Breath is a bonus action, a third-level spell, even though it really shouldn't be.
Wait, how'd you get third levels? We're only at second.
Second level
Oh, okay.
spells.
It's like you said that.
They cost 3 sorcery points.
Oh, okay.
He keeps thinking third level, third level, third level.
I really want Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
Because then I would have just been...
How far away is he from me?
At this point, he has not had a turn to move. You are the closest there. He is going to be about 70 feet from you.
Okay, so 70, so I can move up to 45 because of my 25-foot movement. So then that would give me... I know that.
The ability to die first?
Oh, well,
No, he's moving away.
no, I'm not moving away. I have to move up in order for him to even be within
Well,
casting
wouldn't you
range.
wait for him to come further in versus separating yourself from us and making us all move from our defensive position?
Oh, yeah, we're still in the... That, well, okay. Because I wouldn't have range for the other stuff. So I'll... Whatever, he's highlighted with Fairy Fire.
No, not yet.
No.
Too far. He tried.
Wait,
Yeah, well, I didn't cast a spell if he was out of range, so...
I'll just sit and wait.
Would you like to prepare an action?
Yeah, I'll prepare an action that if he approaches within the spell's range, I'll throw web at him.
Okay, so you cast web.
Yes, when he gets within the range.
What's the spell range on web?
60.
So he's just barely out of it.
And just so you know, when you prepare with your spells, what you've basically both done, you've cast the spell. The slot is gone.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you don't do something else first, you can just keep using your action each turn to basically hold it.
Okay.
Good old 3.5 hold the charge and rules.
Yeah. Rather than just saying, if it doesn't happen that one time, I'm going to let you keep, using the same slot to just keep it.
He gets within close spinnables. Never gets close.
But
If I
otherwise-
rolled his hand.
Yeah.
No, wait, so I actually cast a spell?
Yeah, in order to do that, you actually cast the spell in order to prepare that
it's up
action.
in your hand, waiting to go.
Then I'll just wait and do nothing.
Alright. Jimmy.
I've already cast Glitter Dust.
Just continue to wait further.
He's just sitting there going.
It's Fairy Fire.
Fair. No, I'm calling it Glitter Dust. I know it's,
It's
Fairy
not
Fire.
fire. That's a different spell.
Oh, Glitter Dust is an actual thing. Oh, okay.
It's a cone spray that blinds.
Oh, yeah. Well, Fairy Fire. It's...
Okay.
That makes a lot more sense. I was really confused as to why you were casting Glitter Dust.
Must attack invisible enemies.
And being barraged by things it cannot see, it clicks and it finds its way as it starts to turn around and go.
Is it my turn?
Well, swing back either to Uncle or Bob.
Yeah, Calvin.
Okay, now shoot with a longbow.
That's way further range than spells.
Yes, it does.
7. Disadvantage.
Why?
Because it is into the area that is dark.
There's light all over the place.
Well, there's
Not where it is
30 feet of
anymore.
light.
Okay, so still the same as I rolled it. 11.
11? Yeah, you shoot off to the side.
Not surprising. Action surge. So that's 11 or a 2. So yeah, missed again.
Now it goes to the pair of you again.
I step out and taunt it. You flee from me, monster? It is a wise decision. I brandish my sword.
And wave it, standing away from the wall.
Dashingly.
Ha!
And you?
I'm going to stay.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm going to stay along the side of
Have
the wall and
advantage.
move out and move up my 25 feet.
The 1 or the 8? I'll take that 14.
14. Okay. And since you're moving on, while he's drawing it back, make a stealth.
If it manages to get within 15 feet, I'm going to breathe lightning on it. I don't think
I get advantage right now because of his ability to hear. 6.
Okay. Yeah. But it's enough that it makes its way, and basically... Well, I'm sorry. You continue to hold?
Yes.
Okay. And it makes its way basically now heading back towards you, retracing back to where it was before. With it being that you were 70 before, you've moved You're more or less about 50 feet from it now. So could you move 25 feet, you said?
Yeah, 45.
Yeah, so it'd be 50 feet away from you.
Well, once
Because
you
you're
had to
moving
half-
along the wall, and it's moving in the middle of the room.
Oh, okay.
And once you had to half move
No.
to sneak?
No, he used both of his actions.
Oh.
He used his action to move, and he used...
Well, yeah, I just thought if moving while sneaking was half. It might not be in this one.
I don't know. I'm not
Okay.
paying attention. I am fine with that distance right now. We'll worry about it later. If it becomes a thing you do all the time, we'll look it up.
Okay.
But otherwise, yeah, it moves back and going back up to Kalidan.
Longbow. Do I have advantage this way?
It's now just normal roll.
Alright.
I do not know the meaning of the word feet.
17.
17 is going to strike. Sort of, you get a nice lodge at the muscle between,
Hit works. Just
He wants to be more descriptive with our combats.
it hits.
Your Sec 2 penetrates 12 centimeters, spurts blood out of the struck vein.
Whilst the fire just goes, I hit him!
Yeah, we need to get you on.
Kalidan's strong!
We want to know the sediment content.
7?
Yeah.
Mostly nitrogen.
You roll the 5 plus 2.
Oh, okay. This is what he said.
Yes, you put the dice down.
Yeah, with the thing.
I did not know where you were getting your numbers from.
From the fact that the dice flipped over, as you said, yeah. You hit him,
Yeah, you already told me that.
and then we go to Erich and Henwick.
Blah, 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 blah.
I'm going to move up and encase him in the web.
Do you move forward to?
No, you said that he's 45 or
He's
50
50
feet away now.
Yeah.
So now he's within range of me being able to do it.
So do you move, or do you just go from...
No.
Okay, well, you said you move up, so I was actually asking.
Well, let's see. If I move like 10 feet, that'll put him in like the direct center of the web, I guess.
Okay.
Or wait, no, it's within 60 feet. I think I can aim it however. Determine like what square the web starts in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever, he's in range.
Okay.
So I go ahead and plop him in the middle of the 20-foot square of the web. So it's
Please tell me that gives him disadvantage on like dex saves if he's caught.
Well, he'd be restrained, so yeah.
each creature starts its turns in the webs, enters them during the turn, must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is restrained for as long as it remains within the webs, or until it breaks free.
So when its turn comes around, we'll have to decide if it's in the web or not.
Is there any determining whether or not you can get the web where he is?
It's just in range drop.
Say, whatever, I can put it on anchor points, but because this is the 5th edition version of web, I can just layer it across the floor.
Well, point me, he said that on his turn we had to determine if he was in it. I was just trying... Is there
No. He means like if he gets restrained or not.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say...
The save doesn't happen now. It doesn't happen until the beginning of its...
Yeah, but I thought either way, he's in the web.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the web. Now he just needs to...
He cast doubt on whether or not he was in the web. I was just...
Whether or not he...
I didn't think he was high enough level to cast out.
Oh!
I can only cast first level spells.
let's
Bob's
see.
over here casting shade.
Did you do anything? Did you do anything?
I continue taunting it until it gets within like 15 feet, because all my spells are short range.
And none of them involve a sword.
But I have one.
I notice you're not using the shield because it literally takes away your ability to cast.
I can wear it on like the
Yeah.
The restrained condition does give disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Nice.
I can like hold it on the back.
So does that mean you like web then grease it?
Ah!
One of these is going to take away your dex.
No!
They're just pinwheeling in place.
My ability to walk!
You glitched the universe.
He slides out of the web. He's fine. He also puts him off the grease. You got too greedy.
Go too deep, man. Demons everywhere.
Yes, you just continue to taunt.
Yes.
Jimmy?
I'm making noise.
It's going to be stuck in there, so I'll go ahead and move up the 30 feet. Will that put me within 60?
Yes, you can, yeah. And if you just... do you try and stay on, or at this point, are you thinking it's stuck and you just sort of move out?
Stay along the wall. And then I get within range, and then I'm still holding the spell.
He only moved 25, so you can do that.
Yeah.
Because you moved 30.
Yes. I'm waiting to see if it's
Yeah,
actually...
because you ride in 60.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm using the way that you lined yourselves up here as where you're
We
starting.
didn't line ourselves up.
One of you did. They were in the box when I set it down, so one of you did, and I'm saying...
Okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind when I...
If you just sort of set those out, that can be marching order, that can... be careful if you set yourselves in a line.
I'm now forever going to be removing my character from this.
From the box, I'm just intangible.
Kalidan's just going to go over here on the shelf.
So yeah, move forward.
Kalidan ran away again.
Kalidan's strong.
Still holding action to see if it's caught in the web. After its turn, one way or another.
Technically, at that point where you move within range, you have the decision of you can put it on him or not.
By moving, I've set...
Yeah, when you get to the point where that condition is met, you either cast it or you give up on it.
Okay, fine, I'll cast it. He already failed, or are you going to roll again?
Yeah, so you use your action, and you did it, and I'm nice, so...
Yeah.
No.
Well, he's outlined now in
Purple.
purple.
I think that's what you determined last time, so unless he changes it.
But Ryan's purple.
Keeping in theme.
You figured you'd
Watch
be
y'all.
blue.
No, literally in theme. Purple web.
Oh, yeah. This is clearly all mine.
And it needed a dexterity,
Yes, dexterity saving throw.
14.
and on a failure it is restrained,
Yes.
and you have it already pulled up, so I know no reason for me to open it up.
Yeah, restrain. Drops to 0, can't benefit from any bonus to speed. Attack rolls have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage, and disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
And what was its option to get free?
Conjure mass sticky webs, 20 foot obscure. Webs are difficult terrain and lightly obscure the area. If the webs are anchored between two solid masses or layered across the floor or ceiling, the conjured webs, if they're not, they collapse in on themselves. Starting the next turn, webs layered over a flat surface have a depth of 5 feet.
Jesus Christ!
Each creature starts its turns and the webs enters them during its turn. Dex saving throw on a failed save. The creature is restrained for as long as it remains within the webs or until it breaks free.
Okay, so you read everything we already know.
Yeah.
What is its option to break free?
The spell card didn't give that much. The end of
I
it.
bet it gave a page number.
Oh, page number, it says 287.
87 starts there.
A creature restrained by the web can use its action to make a strength check against your spell save DC. If it succeeds, it's no longer...
What's the DC?
14.
14.
Well, it's 13 for me.
You don't have a 4 in your cast?
Nope.
Oh.
No, I have the lowest stats in the group.
And you said basically 20 foot, so 10 foot to get out.
But it doesn't have any movement this turn.
Well,
It's a 20-foot square, and it's difficult terrain, so it's moving at half movement.
So you said you centered it at it.
Yes.
So it's 10 feet
Yes.
away from the edge. Because with strength, it more than makes that save.
Yes, but it still can't move this turn. Its speed was reduced to 0. And then it uses...
When it's restrained, its speed is reduced. It breaks out, so it's no longer there. It's still difficult terrain, so it doesn't get a whole lot further than that, but it is out of the web. And that is the entirety of its turn. So your spell ate an entire turn.
so it didn't get very close to me.
It did not. He prevented it from getting close to you. He's working against you over there. He doesn't want you having good stories.
Now we just have to push it back in the web repeatedly.
Mm-hmm.
With what?
No, I don't have the push blast.
He does.
I do.
Yes, if you just face charge it and go boom, boom, boom.
You started your turn here.
Exactly.
Otherwise, Kalidan.
How big is the creature?
Arrow.
Large.
You have advantage.
I don't know where. 2 and 2. 16.
16? Yeah, you strike it too.
3 damage.
Alright.
How far away from me is it?
$45.
Okay. I can probably get one more shot off before I have to switch over to melee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The pair of you?
Cast grease.
It's not on the web.
No, it's not on the
Does it
web.
make it roll right now, or is that on its turn?
Grease. So, when the grease appears, each creature standing in the area must make a dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
Nice.
It falls prone.
Watch as my wizard makes you eat your actions!
It also seems sad.
I missed with both of
Were
my
either of those
spells.
concentration spells?
Web is.
Okay, what's...
Web is.
My
If I had a lit torch,
Do you move
I could
towards
lock
it?
off everybody.
How far is it?
Probably at this point around 50 feet from you.
50 feet. I only have a 30-foot movement.
If it wasn't greased, you could reliably move up 30 feet and then just sort of hold your action for when it gets within range. But it is.
Because 30
So,
feet, and all my spells have 15-foot ranges.
you can move up 30 and see what it can do, but.
Wait.
This was really supposed to be much quicker combat.
Yes!
No, we're tactical combating this with the funds.
As I'm walking up,
That hard.
I begin casting Thunderwave. Wait, no, it doesn't give me extra movement. It just changes some of my movement to flying. I was trying to get... Can I squeeze 10 extra movement out of this? No.
Just walk forward like 10 feet, then do all of this stuff next turn.
I walk forward 10 feet.
You could also...
And I walk forward 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I shocking grasp from over here.
So you're just holding Shocking Grasp?
No, I shocking grasp it from here.
Yeah, you took.
I took distance spell.
Distance spell and magic.
Gives all touch spells at 30-foot range.
Nice. You wanted
Your range spells are too short, but your touch spell can be made,
Yeah, in exchange for a sorcery point. I make an attack roll.
and you, go.
You have advantage.
Well, it's prone, so I think I just have normal. Because it's fairy fired and prone.
Ranged, and yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a range. It's got a range now, so it's a normal attack. I get a 19.
19 is enough. You grasp its throat,
As lightning just curls off of it.
as it's already sad, and now it's confused as lightning crackles around its neck.
3 damage, and it can't make reactions.
Now, what's
Just walk up there with a firestone.
as it runs back into the web, it catches on fire. Oh,
Well, no, the point was if I get close to the
And you just-
Thunderwave knocks things back 10 feet.
Oh, yeah.
So if
yeah.
I could get it within range, I could have knocked it into the web.
Oh, no. I have what's covered. I'm keeping a first level spell for that.
Jimmy, your turn.
Shocking grasp is only a cantrip.
And grease also creates difficult terrain.
It'll be
How big is that area?
10-foot square.
so significantly smaller.
Half.
A quarter.
Powder with cheese.
Gonna go toll the bell. I believe that is just a save on his part.
Yeah, it's a wisdom save.
You target all of his stats.
I have to write down the things for
For
I
the
have cards.
Xanathar,
Yeah.
yeah.
I took pictures with my phone.
Very nice.
Told the Dead, 60 feet, verbal somatic. Target makes a wisdom saving throw.
Thank you.
If it's missing any hit
Missed.
points, it's a
So it's
D12.
D12.
Otherwise, D8.
That's not a 12. You really should know what those dice look like by this point.
3.
It's a bit of a pattern at this point. It started off strong, but...
Pain.
I missed with both of my spells.
No,
Yes,
the
but
first
we're all
time.
doing
The first
three
time. The
damage.
first thing. Anyways, at this point, everyone but him is still against the wall, correct?
Yes.
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 Ha-ha! I have an open free hand, and that's all I need.
Alright, and so basically it is
pro.
prone and in difficult terrain.
Yep.
So stand up 15 feet. Or is it 15 or
And it
half?
basically moves the 5-ish, whatever, the 10 feet. It basically pulls it forward.
So it doesn't even try to stand up?
No!
If it reaches his
slip.
range, it's going to get lightning shot too, because he's got a spell on it.
I just realized something pretty funny. I'm not allowed to, when you use Quicken Spell, you're not allowed to use it and then cast another spell.
You can do
However-
a cantrip.
Dragon's Breath
It's an
is a
action.
bonus action, and then it's an action to breathe. I'm not casting a spell, I just breathe on people. I could then also quicken an actual spell.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, those two actually combine funny. I didn't take Quicken Spell, but that's actually a reason I could do it. Is so I can breathe on people and still cast full spells, like once, because I have no sorcery points.
Yeah,
I just thought of it.
It eat them.
But yes, it's closer to
So
me.
basically it moves its 10
That's within
10
20
feet.
feet of me.
forward.
That's dangerously close to me. The question is, do I Thunder Wave or do I breathe Lightning?
That's all.
It
This is
hasn't
the one
got
that
to
knocks
you.
him back.
Thunderwave.
Do that.
It then would still have its action, uses it for movement, stands, it was 15, it's within...
Oh, hey, what's up?
yeah. And it is large, and it is...
No, it's hard.
And it is all up into...
It's all up in my business.
But that was its full turn.
The best part is when it gets
Okay.
knocked 10
It's
feet
our
back.
turn.
No. It's Kalidan's turn.
Oh,
Also, Mr. Uncle's just sitting back there doing nothing and or has ditched us.
Yeah, one of those.
He's a doppelganger. He's hoping we all die.
Yeah.
So 7, 4, 11. I'll take the 11. 15?
15? I think you managed to, quit before the bone.
So is that a yes?
Yeah.
3 damage.
Again.
Yeah, 3 damage.
You'll go through a little bit faster if you roll higher, just so you know.
It'd go a lot faster if you stopped being descriptive and give me yes or no answers.
That ain't gonna happen in front of you.
and it moved up 10, so it's how close to me now?
It's, if anything, at this point, it's practically moving away from you.
Oh, I want to
Not by, maybe another quite foot away, but yeah, it's still probably 50 feet.
Thunder Wave.
I move within 30, and I cast Minor Illusion at it. I'm going to be creating some sort of loud white noise to screw up its hearing.
That's not going to mean anything after Thunder Wave.
No.
It's like, Thunder Wave.
Well, do you think
It
that'd be
needs,
redundant?
it needs a save.
What kind of save does it need?
Constitution. DC 14.
So Dex, Wisdom, Con.
Okay.
Did
It seems to hold pretty well.
Then it only takes a D8 for the push. However, it does make a noise that's audible for 300 feet.
So, then yeah, I'm not going to bother with that.
2 damage.
Does it still get pushed?
No.
That's
Only push on a failsafe. But I cast a spell, which means I float away from it. Like 10 feet back, provoking no AOs. I then proceed to move another.
Oh yeah,
10
you.
feet.
What
Normal.
was it for each? Hold on. You may have thought that due to the distance. If you were within 10 feet and you're now
Well, it was, how close was it to me?
10 feet.
10 feet. So when I floated away, I was 20 feet away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you moved out of its reach.
No. When I'm using my fly movement, I do not. It counts as disengage. I don't attack of opportunity.
Is that actually part of the
Yes.
special thing? Okay.
It's part of the stuff. No.
Okay.
I fade away. You can't touch this.
No, quite significantly, yeah.
I am the wind!
Yeah, no, if it didn't, if it actually says it counts.
Peter Pan's his way out of there.
I'm made of wind, baby.
Oh, you turn into.
No, I just fly away, and it just lets me disengage for free,
He is like the wind.
like the wind. You can't touch this.
Here's a leaf on the wind.
Aha! Taunt him. So
I don't know why I'm holding this thing!
because it's intimidating. Look how scared it is.
Firebolt.
Just normal ass hit its AC.
But
cantrip.
didn't he just use a...
No, he didn't want to do that. That's why I used Thunderwave first.
Yeah, he goes
Because
first,
there's
and
no
he
point
just
in
made a whole bunch of
illusioning a
noise.
sound, and he's like, I want to make a... No point. This
Yeah.
guy's in the party. No point in making noise.
I will allow it. Be more careful with making a statement.
Does it catch
Without-
things on fire?
Hey,
Because he
he-
did drag himself through grease.
So, 19.
Hits. Does he catch on fire because of all the grease?
Drop, Ryan. Drop.
1
That's
damage.
And yeah, you mote a bolt of fire against its clawed arm. Oops. And perhaps.
Okay. My turn?
You've noticed the pattern, haven't you?
Yes. I will step out into the room, positioning myself in a way that directly away from me is grease and web.
You would actually have to go over where he is. That's going to be more than 30 feet to actually be on that side of him at this point.
Go and dive straight into the middle of the web and start casting.
By the way, this wasn't a tactical combat until you put stuff in the room. That's y'all's fault.
Exactly. We like tactical combat. We'll make it tactical combat.
Also, this was supposed to be like a 10-minute you kill this thing fight. You could have done that if you went up against it with your axe.
I can't. I launched it down the hallway.
You have
Yeah,
your
another
backup.
Yeah, but that one's fresh and shiny.
Everything's made of acid.
This was supposed
One
to
thing
be...
down here is Earth's weapons.
it's
This
like
is basically
the
going over by a
Genesis
half
is
hour
already
because you
burning
guys
all
are
the
very
PowerPoint.
slow in combat. I need to remember that. You
Hey, it's not my fault I do no damage.
Yeah, we've also rolled really poorly damage-wise.
You also
All
you
of
also
our
started the combat before it got into...
Yeah, that
All
was
of our
that-
stats
that's
suck.
Ryan.
What, me?
Oh no, yeah, Bob.
Just start listing
anyways.
people. Some of them aren't here.
Move 30 feet, try to get a good line on him. Cast Toll the Dead on him while you move. Wisdom saving throw.
Justin moved all the way to Tennessee. Still gets blamed for crap.
Yeah.
No, so you can fail that save.
6.
Double.
So Nick basically has to attack twice. It's bullcrap.
So you're basically 20 feet. That is within...
Well, he was 10 feet away.
And then you floated 20, then did
Then
you
you
use your full
floated
movement?
10.
So yeah, he's 50 feet away. Well, no, I wouldn't have used all of it. I would have used maybe another 10, so I'd be 30 feet away from it.
Well,
Because I started off as 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would have been 30.
Yeah.
hopefully enough to work.
Also, remember, his movement is not 40 feet.
It's not. It's only 30.
Yeah. If
I
he can
wouldn't
make part of
have
it
used
fly, that doesn't add movement.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't want to use
That's
all
not
of
how
it.
movement
He ran
works.
from me. I'm very worried that it would become so...
But no, 30 feet is enough that it can get into within 10 feet of you again.
Finally, I'm in melee range of something.
As he casts a level 1 spell, flies away.
And it makes a lot of chattering noise.
Disadvantage for the Thunder Wave?
Does it?
No.
No, I'm just saying I think it should.
Oh,
that
no.
noise was loud and right next to it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It can see you.
Blinded.
It's close enough to see you now.
Well, it probably hits.
I don't think so.
Well, you're rolling against a 12.
Yeah, I was like, probably. I'd be awful surprised if it didn't.
But distracted by the noise, it just clicks and smashes down beside you.
Oh, hey!
Angrily.
I didn't have to make a concentration save.
Nice.
Nice.
Which one do you have out?
Dragon's Breath.
Oh, okay.
And back to the top.
Oh, I'm gonna shoot it as a bow. A 17 or a 19.
Either one?
4 damage.
Oh, moving on up.
Gonna be rolling fixed dice forever. He obviously touched this
Okay,
one,
you-
so I'm gonna have to burn it and get a new one.
Firebolt.
I know he touched that one.
No one has touched these. These literally haven't come out of the case.
He touched the case.
15.
He's worse than radioactive
Yes.
waste.
That touched with my brain.
Point fact is probably because it's on the same page
and what was that?
on.
Fire.
Fireball again? Yeah, you.
I'm gonna try and breathe dragon breath on him. He got it within range, right?
Yeah.
He needs a dexterity saving throw.
He's super good at those.
DC
14.
fails.
And he takes all 3d6s of the damage.
So 3 damage. 1, 1, 1.
6, 1, and 6. So 13 damage.
13, and is that you?
I
Like
just-
fire or
I breathe lightning on him.
lightning?
I have an option of elements. It's lightning.
Okay. So yeah, you.
Pro tip, it's going to be lightning every time.
Unless you find something lightning immune, which
It's
is...
going to be lightning.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what my first feat's going to be?
It
It's
doesn't
going
matter.
to be Elemental Adept.
So he opens his mouth to shoot lightning out,
Ends in a cone.
and it
Yes.
clicks again.
There's nobody
It
else
is-
in that cone, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Making sure I didn't just like blast somebody, right?
And yeah, it's feeling it. It was sad before. It's
Aha!
hurt now.
I tell you, man, this sword is dangerous.
My turn?
Yeah.
Can I get in a line between me and the grease?
Can he push it into grease with movement? Can he get like a line on that?
How close to it do you want to be?
Within 60 feet.
No, how close to it are you willing to be?
Uh,
If you want to step right up within 5 feet of it between him and Austin, you can move to that spot and get within the line.
well, can I move
That-
right behind Austin? So,
Not this
You don't
turn.
have the movement.
can I stand
Uh,
next to Austin?
Yeah.
You know, stand next to Austin. Wisdom save.
That doesn't line it up with the grease, though.
Is it lining up with the web?
It's a bit further back, but yeah, the web is big enough it would.
I'm not going to shoot through you, probably.
Yeah, I'm willing to just stand in front of it. I have the second highest AC.
As you just sort of step in between the you after that
you just
lightning.
step there and go,
Hey, boy, Glory Hound.
Hey! You're afraid. Wisdom saving throw.
boo.
DC
14.
and on a failure.
And runs away.
Well,
Into
it
the
takes-
grease. 3d6 psychic damage first.
Just kills it.
7. 9.
8, 9.
And
The creature...
It can avoid hazards, as I recall.
Oh yeah, it does move into dangerous paths, so I forgot about that. But either way, it still has to run. Yeah, it just moves as far as its speed will allow.
As
As an immediate reaction,
Yeah.
it moves back as far as its speed will allow.
okay.
That's it. It runs backwards at speed.
Mm-hmm. And
Doesn't get to attack me within me standing in front of him.
yeah, it does. It's its turn now.
Well, yeah, it would have to move back, but
It moves. It moves its speed. It moves one short of its speed forward. Because I'm guessing that's just affecting it one turn, right? I'm guessing with how much else it did.
yes.
Yeah.
It just
Although
comes
that's
back.
not great. I think your
16.
new, your new AC I think is enough that I get it smashes down beside
Just
you.
slightly move the claw aside with the shield. Bob's turn.
Go, Bo.
16.
16. 10 damage.
10 damage,
Yes. I can't do more than 10 damage.
and as you split the back of its neck, it just sort of falls down, almost like as if with where it's hook had landed, and it falls on the other side. You're between the arms. It just sort of collapsed back.
Great combat, everyone. No one took damage.
Nice.
Tactical combat at its finest.
Yeah.
Where the enemy doesn't get turns.
Nobody got hit. Sweet.
I need to go pick up my axe, though.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad he only got off 2 attack rolls.
Yes.
Aha!
Just go, ha
Ah,
You're all quite tired.
first blood.
All four of you.
ha! Look around for Uncle.
All four of you. You were tired before.
I forgot, I could have cast Sleep, but unless he's literally casting a thing against us to put us to sleep right this second, I look around for him.
No, you were tired as you came up to the fight. I was
Yeah.
simply pointing out that there are now four of you here, and you are tired.
Yes. So you're saying, as I look around for him,
He is gone.
Yes. Ah. Not trustworthy.
Do I recover arrows?
Half.
Yay.
Alright.
Well, he didn't come from that way.
Yeah, you pretty much know that, with the way your focus was, you pretty much know he went back towards the way that you'd come.
We'll have to go check out
You
his
would
eye.
have... You would have noticed if the light reappeared.
Yeah. Well, he could have just wrapped that up in his cloak ball.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Well, we need this thing's head and its arm. Or hand.
Yeah.
What?
That's the confirmation of dead.
I think he wants a hooked horror hand.
Yeah.
You're not thinking that that will work for... It wouldn't be able to move. It doesn't have any moving digits. It wouldn't even be able to do that. It would vibrate.
It's just like this.
Yeah, and just kind of move uncontrollably.
Flop forward.
I do check the thing. Is its hook claw things actually sharp and
Oh, yeah.
like a good quality?
Yeah,
thing?
sharp bone with spines, blood, some of it fresh.
Well, let's go ahead and package up the entire corpse and take it home for dismemberment.
I don't.
Oh,
I bought a
it's
new
water.
bag that's
It's water,
waterproof-ish. I don't think we're going to fit a large creature into this bag.
Yeah.
You could fit its head in there.
Well,
Yeah,
not
the hook, one of those would hang out
Yeah.
if you added in.
Well, I'm just saying, could the hooks actually be used as a tool? And given that picture, no, not really.
Can opener.
Can I make a arcane knowledge check to see whether or not there's anything that can be scavenged from the creature's corpse?
Okay, yeah.
8.
8. Nothing specifically arcane that you know, but it does have beak and it does have. I mean, the hooks are massive bones, so anything just normally, those kind of things can
We
be
could probably
used
still
for.
sell them.
Yeah, maybe it's plates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like I said,
It has fresh blood on its hook, though.
thank you for hearing me.
I heard.
Yeah.
I just can't say anything about it.
You could point at it and point down the hallway it came from.
Well, I had to go down that hallway anyways, so I came over to you and tapped you and pointed at my shield.
Alright, relight that up, and you might want to also point to Ryan to release the web.
I walk around it?
Oh, I
thought
just
No,
stopped
it's not
thinking
one
about
wall.
it.
Oh, okay.
I walk around it and go and pick up my bad axe.
Okay. It came from a ways down because of how far. You want to try to... And we're going to end here.
Yeah.
You are tired. But I want to know what you're doing. Do you camp, or do you carry on back towards where it came from, or chase after your uncle?
We need to carry on towards where it came from, seeing how he scurried off, and there's no way we're going to catch him anyways.
Okay.
Plus, him doing so kind of more than likely means he's not actually his uncle.
It either means he's not his uncle, or that something has happened in the
He's been
time
dragged
that
off
he's
again.
been
Yeah.
or something has happened to him in the time that he has been down here.
Oh, yeah.
Probably one of those two.
He got dragged off again.
Definitely seemed unusual and intentionally so.
Yeah.
Let's see. We get this thing, and we actually get quite a bit more. Let's call it
2,000.
320 experience.
That was close.
And we'll pick up next time as they check out what the hooked horror left behind. Join us then. Bye.
Probably a wife and kids.
That's going to be a big gravesite.